the bottom left side. There he is once again, the blue Terran, the truly titan of a player in StarCraft 2. He is innovation. Will he be able to prove himself once again here today, as he has done so many times in the past? In the top right side, somebody that has, well, less overall accolades as his opponents, but still pretty darn good. Has been part of some heck of a lot of StarCraft 2 teams. He's been around the block for a long time as well. He can be incredibly good, but it's been a while since he really had an amazing run at some point in time. Anyway, Team NV's Red Protoss Creator has been kicking some serious butts though recently, to be fair. Drone scouts operational. Or probe scout. There's the drone scout. My bad. Just kind of looking around so far. Creator and Innovation. I would assume this one should be an easy pickup for Innovation. But then again, I underestimated Creator in the previous round as well versus Armani. And look at where we are right now. It was a close one though, to be fair. It was a close one, but... definitely did go into Creator's favor here in the end. Him being the player that did actually advance, after all, into the Deciders match. Just being able to be part of the second group phase, of course, already much more preferable. You'll be part of the top 8 instead of the top 16, I believe we have player-wise in this one. So already quite a bit better. That's just from advancing one day, right? Imagine if GSL went like that. Went from 18 to 6. Wait, no, wait. Sorry. From 16 to 8. 18 to 6. That'd be impressive. With three brackets, I suppose, right? Might be doable. Anyway. Regardless, Twilight Council coming up here for Creator. I would expect that to be the blink play again here, but I mean, Creator throwing me for a loop. I'm not quite sure what to think anymore with him, making it difficult to anticipate his each and every move. All right, it is the blink, holding on to some normalcy in this one. Reasonable scout with the hallucinated Phoenix here. Got a good glimpse at the base of Innovation. Also the army, I suppose, as well, right? Seeing the Marine count, the Marauder count. Creator. How many gates is he going for right now? It is going up to 3 gates. Okay, the 3-gate blink play can be pretty good against this. But he needs to be playing out in front of it, right? That's kind of what he's doing. He's going to try to snipe away whatever he can. Innovation even bringing along an SCV here with this. Quite interesting. Innovation always has been an extremely aggressive player. His stim pack only now just starting, so keep that in mind as well. He does have combat shield and he does have concussive shell though, I believe, right? He doesn't have concussive shell. This could be a problem against the Starkers. The Starkers not really kiting here just quite yet. I guess the Marauders do have similar range. They have the exact same range. Something about that area, I believe. Oh, Creator not seeing the Terran units there with his Adept Shade. Hallucinated Phoenix strikes gold though, does find this army here. Innovation behind this, he is still macroing up quite heavily. He's making a lot of infrastructure overall for unit production. The stim pack is getting quite a bit closer. Oh, good turnaround. Gets himself, I think, 2 Stalkers. Was that 2 Stalkers? Let's take a tally. No, just a single one. The other one did manage to blink away. Right. Standard thermal lance and as well as the +1 attack now coming up. Okay. Coming up here with quite a couple of Marines. Innovations, checking out the goods. Looks like he's still liking his chances. Going quite nicely spread out. A beautiful arc here available for Innovation. Is he going to get himself on top of the Colossus? Looks like he's not even really attempting too much. He's more so just prioritizing shooting down the gateway forces. He got a lot of them. A lot of his own units did perish as well, but most of them are just low on the HP. And they are going to get healed up right now by the medevacs, of course. A sneaky Dark Shrine being put down for Creator here on the left side. Aiming to be a bit cheeky with that one, I suppose. The pylon on the right side as well. Wouldn't be surprised if that is going to be the gateway for the Dark Templars. Unless if that's a Warp Prism, that could be a Warp Prism as well. No, the warping is quite slow, so must be just a lonely pylon there. Oh, it's warping in a single DT on either side, it seems. Right, this army here might run into a brick wall. The DTs are gonna show up, or are about to. Let's get dealt with nicely in the third base, the natural base, and a little bit of less success, but this hit at the perfect time. Innovation moving back with those medevacs right now. They not want to commit to a battle and have to micro there as he is being shot in the back by a bunch of DTs. Losing 12 SCVs. And seeing all those stocks there as well, I suppose. Probably not something you want to fly into either. Yeah, Innovation with his back up against the wall here perhaps a little bit. Kind of got himself in an awkward position, that's for sure. Well, work account's still alright for him, I suppose. Both his aggressions, to be fair. I mean, he did do really good on the trading. Look at that. Yeah, actually, maybe I'm saying that entirely wrong. I think Innovation is actually looking at it a bit better. Pretty good spot. I guess he only did lose the 13 SCVs in total. But it was later on, right? He already had quite a good amount. And Creator never really steamrolled ahead on the work account either, so kind of making up for that. And Dark Shrine does get taken out. A couple of zealots here, spotters being placed alongside the map. Trying to find out where Innovation is moving his army towards. Creator attempting a drop with the Warp Prism. Missile turret is operational. Gets a couple of shots off first, but of course that Warp Prism does get around. Quick pull away. Doesn't look like too much is going to get too hurt. One ghost on the top side does get taken out, but nothing too much influential otherwise than just the lack of mining now going on in the main base, of course. Creator will try to make use of this moment of kind of a brief panic to start pushing his luck. Gets on top of one of these command centers that is not fully produced yet. Innovation not keen on letting that go down. May have to cancel it though. I don't think that even was a cancel. Ooh, does get a good amount of the very expensive Protoss forces though for his trouble. Let's take a look at the units lost tab. Yeah, that command center did get destroyed. Maybe it was a bit too ambitious for Creator to actually try and recall out of there. I suppose right now he's doing alright for himself, but that is without the siege tank support. And you can see, as soon as those siege tanks they start standing, it becomes incredibly difficult for the Protoss to do anything here. The Disruptors being the only tool truly against those siege tanks, and they are... That's a difficult thing to do, right? You have to be just on the edge of the target range, and then you can barely hit the siege tank with the edge of your disruptor shot. So this is a rough position to be in. Creator now finding the wrath of the macro coming in hot here. In the shape of Innovation. Innovation loading up all the medevacs, going straight for the main base. Nothing there. Absolutely nothing. We'll be able to siege up right on top of that area and hold off the choke here, perhaps. So those Disruptors actually do get all of the siege tanks, well, except for one. Also, much cleaner fight there for Creator than I had imagined. Good move with the Stalkers blinking up on top. Created a lot more space for him to work with. And yeah, Innovation doesn't just quite end it right there, which I thought was a possibility. Okay, more fighting does commence. Ooh, good splits there against the Disruptors. That's always been one of the weakest parts of Innovation's play, the dodging of Disruptor shots. He's losing a lot of SCVs on the other side of the map here. 16 of them already going down, but he does find a good bit of damage of his own. Will be able to get this Nexus killed. And a Planetary Fortress clearly not going to go down against a couple of Zealots there. Oh. Oh! Brave attempt here. A lot of the medevacs do get taken out before the units drop though. That cost Innovation quite a bit of supply. There's still a shield battery helping out in that situation as well. Does get overcharged with the shield battery. Oh. Okay, yeah, I think Creator's slowly pushing this backwards somehow. As long as the Disruptors manage to get some good shots off, I think this should be okay for him. And he's got so many, he's bound to, right? Right? He's bound to get something to hit here momentarily at some point. No, he doesn't. Okay. Inno takes it back. Wow, I'm not sure what's up with Creator today in his PVT, but it is going back and forth continuously. A lot of Disruptors here, once again on the production. That's what we're seeing being recreated. Innovation still sticking to the siege tanks, Marauders mostly. Marines, of course, also mixed in against the Zealots. +3/+3 is about to finish up here. That could be quite a bit of firepower coming up. Ooh, Disruptor shot. Well, 3 units. Yeah, I'm surprised. It almost feels like Innovation has been doing practice against the Disruptors in particular. Like, he's purposely been practicing microing battles versus Disruptors. Which could be a really good call for him, honestly, because it was one of his biggest struggles. Good dodge on that one Disruptor, but loses all his siege tanks that were not in siege mode during this fight, and that may be too much for him already, in a sense. Goes for the medevac play. Once again, the Stalker's not in a good neighborhood to really jump after them, blink after them in time. Now with the units unloaded, of course, the Stalkers will need the support of the other units there as well. But it looks like Creator Actually, is he going to sacrifice his main base? Okay, Sensor Colossus there, but he's going to go for the base trade here. In some sort of a fashion. Yeah, Innovation's army might still be able to survive for the time being. Oh, this is a really good fight, though, for Creator. Lovely done, lovely done. Innovation still holding in that main base of Creator, though, so that is a big problem. I mean, he gets a good fight, and he gets a delay on that new base of Innovation, but in the meanwhile, his main base is in shambles, right? Finally recalling, but so quite a lot of stuff already happens. Dropping off whatever you can. Oh, careful. There's another big fight here, actually. There's a lot of for Innovation. I don't think Creator can take this fight. Suddenly reinforcements showing up, and that is all the firepower that you need. Those Marauders will be able to settle the score, and Innovation takes game number 1 here in the end still, after quite a bit of back and forth between the two. Well done indeed. that was quite a fun game as well. Creator, I mean, I'm not sure if everything is being played optimally, but it is providing for a lot of really fun back and forth games here overall. So, you win some, you lose some, you know. We win, and well, so far he did manage to win some games, right, against Armani. So he's not just losing everything, but he's making it really close and really exciting, and that's one of the biggest things for us. Should give a bonus bit of money for him just for that, or at least give him another couple of codes that we fill out on the Metrorino page. I think that will do. I think that will be enough. And then as you fill out the code, you can add a comment as well, and then say that it's for Creator in particular for giving these wonderful games. I'm not sure if that money then actually does go directly to Creator. I don't think that works. It works that way, but it's worth a shot. I'm fairly certain it doesn't work that way. Actually, don't try to do that with the anticipation. I mean, it's not even your money; it's free money regardless. But oh well. Yeah. 1 point. 1 point already assembled here for this Blue Terran. He's from KZ Gaming. He calls himself, and thus we do as well, Innovation. In the top right side, the Red Protoss player from Team NV. He is Creator. You could be asking, is he the Creator? And then we'd have to ask for more context to that question, because it depends on what type of the you are asking about. So what could we realistically expect from Creator in this one? It very well could be another Adept Glaive attack, honestly. I would not be surprised. It worked out well against TY. Innovation, also known to have crumbled underneath the might of the Adept Glaive attack as well. Zaun being one of the main examples. Joan. Try to stay consistent with that. So Innovation, going for that natural base. He's putting down a bunker for safety, the safety bunker. Creator kind of doing a similar play, right? His safety bunker is the shield battery. It's the safety shield battery being made in his base. He's going to go for the Twilight Council here. Now, we do see an Adept being made, but don't get your hopes up just quite yet. Oh, what is that shade? Ooh, that was... that was bad. That was real bad. That shade was supposed to finish behind the bunker. Or not finish at all. Yeah, good effort trying to still get the SCV that's building the command center. You know what? Props to him, props to him. Doesn't quite get it though, so... Yeah, this is supposed to happen, and then you cancel it. There we go. Nice. That's the play right there. Oh, more adepts. It is still Blink. Okay. It's a shame. I do love seeing the Adept Glaives versus Terran. I hate seeing, or playing against it, of course, but I love seeing it. Especially someone that's going heavy into the bio. I'm not sure how it works out against the Cyclone style. Yesterday I got to see a very cool Cyclone style. It was Little Canine, Little Cannon. That's what he I decided to pronounce it as. Little Cannon. Danish player, really cool stuff. Basically, it went Mass Cyclone versus Brodels, and yeah, beat Nina and Ryan. So. I don't know what that means. Maybe that means that it's not that experienced against it, or they're not quite sure what in the world they're up against. Or a bit of both. Just it being the best strategy in the world. Two Adepts may have bit off a bit more than they can chew. Okay, are going to be able to escape here. Good for them, good for them. Double Forge, double upgrades coming in for Creator as well. He's going to go for the third base here off of the two gates. This is kind of the way I believe Zest is approaching the Blink Stalker opening as well. We're not seeing that much aggression coming out for Innovation so far. Blink has just finished up. Should be able to catch that Reaper. There we are. Let's see how Innovation manages to kind of deal with this right now. With his Marine, and I believe some Marauders will be coming in as well. Yeah, there they are. Push. Now, this is supposed to just deal damage to the Gateway forces, right? This is supposed to be a big blunting force to the lower tech tree units to force a bit of a re-maxing on those units because they are quite expensive, and that's going to keep the attack of the Brodels down for a lot longer. Already doing a pretty good job so far. It's going to have Concussive Shell in a short moment. Still stimming here, coming in from the backside as well. Surprise! A couple more units. Concussive Shell finished up as well, so gets every single one of those ones. And actually, he may just straight up kill his opponent with this. He may just straight up kill his opponent entirely. The probes are being pulled. The probes will finally bring some sense of safety to the base of the Brodels, but yeah, that was quite a bit of damage there being achieved by Innovation with that attack. And as you see in the resources lost tab, the Brodels units there that were already available, a lot more expensive. He has to remake them, right? There's no chance that he can really just now go straight into Colossus. Not be too worried about not having any Stalkers around or any Immortals or anything like that. Or Sentries, Zealots, anything. So yeah, good play there by Innovation. Setting up shop on his own third base as well. That is a bit delayed with these types of really early bio attacks, of course. You have to delay something. Usually that is the part that does get delayed. Did have +1 during all of that as well, didn't he? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Finding the spotted pylon. Getting rid of the first one. Let's see if he finds the spotted zealot as well. Doesn't quite. Stalkers here are in the blocks. Not the best place to go. And yeah. Both players playing defensively. Deciding to back up here for innovation is aggression. Already getting scouted, of course. So wisely backs up out of that location overall. There's a few of his units apparently underneath the observer, and not quite aware of the warp prism here either. More zealots, I like that actually. Warping in more zealots, waiting for the Terran army to move backwards, deal with what's in the main base. And at the same time, he can of course send in those zealots from the other side. Looks like innovation may be a little bit fortunate here. We'll have those other units still coming in from the other side. They should be able to jump on the other zealot's ball rather quickly. Although it doesn't look like he actually saw it happen on the minimap, so doesn't quite turn those units around. Instead, we'll have to evacuate most of those SCVs. A lot of stuff happening here with units of Creator in most of the mineral lines. All the zealots are going absolutely wild. 14 SCVs go down. Was that enough for Creator to warrant the lives of that many zealots? Apparently, yeah. Yeah, it was. Is it enough? I don't think it was. Looking at the worker count right now, innovation, sure, he lost 14 of them just here, but I mean, it's innovation. He's a machine. He doesn't stop making workers. He is still only 2 workers behind on the Creator, and there seems to be a lot happening with these 2 players, where Creator manages to get a lot of workers killed, but then innovation just having a lot of workers anyway. At least in comparison to Creator. Looking at his worker production overall right now, maybe he just wants to stick around the 71. Maybe that is just kind of the sweet mark for him. I think you need a couple more, maybe, right? I think in the 80s, usually the number where you see a lot of Protoss try to get those probes. That's to stay safe as well, I suppose so. That ball of Terran death can just quite rapidly descend upon your innards. Alright. Little zealots. Get shot down. We'll be opening up that area for any type of expanding if he does want to. All of this army movement as well, continuously being spotted by all of these observers, by the way. Great observer placement from Creator. Entirely in the loop of what is happening. Just look at this bloody vision that he's got. Look at that on the minimap right now. He's got vision here, he's got vision here, he's got vision here. It is everywhere. That's helping him out a lot. Because if innovation does try to make a play, it would benefit Creator a ton to be able to have the fight happen in an area of his choosing. Which would be one of the ramps. Most likely, because he does have those sentries. So if he could force the innovation to try and push into him in a restricted area or the ramp, that would be fantastic. Innovation did manage to find himself a way around the wall, though, of the observers. And the medevacs here come in for a big drop. Feedbacks attempted to get rid of some of the medevacs there, but it's just a bit too much. Massive wave of units for both members here. Also coming in on the left side flank. Prioritizing the drop in the main base here for both players, it seems. As the left side does calm down. Don't want to take that fight without being able to put all their attention into the matter, it seems. And Creator, I suppose, still hoping for a fight uphill. It looks like he's going to get a fight downhill now. Disruptor trying to get rid of the siege tanks. Actually completely missing that shot. That is rough. That's going to be a base that goes down. Innovation now in the natural base as well. That is going to be shooting down the Templar attack. Oof. Oof. Everything going wrong now. Everything going absolutely up in flames. Creator needs to take a fight. He needs to take a good one, a proper one. And he needs to make it go in his favor quite heavily. So he is able to then push back across the map here. Some pretty good storms. Not gonna doubt that. No, those were some fantastic storms. But there's still too much Terran here to really warrant any kind of relaxation upon the tension that Creator is feeling right now. Innovation, a long line of defenses here. Long concave being established. Gonna try poking one of the tendrils a little bit further in. The Disruptor gets targeted down before the shot manages to land. Moving back before that other Disruptor manages to get the shot in. Good micro so far. Innovation very, very low on the HP though on all of these units. And that does seem to be enough for Creator here to wipe it up very quickly as soon as those Colossi and as well as the Gateway Forces do descend upon it. We have still quite a bit of army supply available here for Innovation. A planetary fortress on the left side as well coming into play. Good pickup on that siege tank. Keeps it alive. Good EMPs as well, hitting all of those zealots. Already taking a enormous amount of damage. Definitely going to help out Innovation here if he will hold on. That is the question here. Will he though, of course. Disruptor shot. Hitting a good portion of the Ghost and the rest of the bio around it. SFV is being pulled away. This is not the fight Innovation is going to win so far. Needs to pull backwards a little bit more. Back into the siege tank range. That's right. They are going to help out a ton. 2 siege tanks right here. Keep targeting those Colossus whenever you can. It's not quite happening. Targeting a lot of the Immortals instead, but it looks like it still may just barely be enough. He gets on top of the Colossi, all of them except for one. That's incredibly low right now. Another siege tank is about to go down, but another one already available to take its place. 21 SCVs went down, but still a 21 advantage in the work count overall here for Innovation. Innovation manages to keep that attack from doing the, well, devastating amounts of damage that it could have potentially done there. But just barely, as close as it gets, truly. Has to rethink his options right now. Man, Creator in a really rough spot. I wouldn't blame him if he just tries to go for a lot of disruptors and just hopes for the best, right? Maybe Innovation messes up the micro. Maybe he messes up a little moments where he doesn't quite get the disruptor in time. He loses half his army, and then suddenly it becomes a playable game. But something has to happen of that type of fashion for Creator here, because the economy for Innovation truly running away with it, with an already incredible lead in the army supply here for Innovation. That is only going to grow further and further as time moves on. Innovation just going to wait until he's maxed out, most likely, or very close to, and then start heading across the map here. And that time, is it already now? Innovation finding 2 observers already. So remember that great line of observers we had available for Creator before. It seems that Innovation's caught on. Seems like Innovation getting himself in a position to take all of those out. Base here, that will have to be cancelled. Not too bad here for Creator just quite yet. Still hoping for those disruptor shots. That is the golden ticket here, guys. That is the golden ticket. Will they or will they not? That is... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Is he actually? Is he actually? No. Oh, if that's a blink underneath. Whoa. Gets only 1 medevac. Oh, that is rough. Okay. Recall does come in. There's the disruptors. Good disruptor shots. Oh, that's not that much, though. Not everything of the army got recalled backwards. There's another big fight happening on the other side. It looks like Creator is losing on all flanks, though. GG is called. Innovation taking Chiganatha quite decisively there in the end. GG is called.